everyone, I'm back again. Today I want to talk about my mock embryo transfer. I just got back from that, so as I stated earlier, I will tell you about it. Today I'm up in my room. I'm actually on my bed because I'm getting ready to take a nap before I have to go into work in about an hour. So anyway, so the mock embryo transfer wasn't terrible. It wasn't great either. It was a lot less painful than the HSG scan, but it had its similarities. Sorry, that was my dog. She's scratching her collar incessantly there. So I went in and I had to fill out like a million consent forms as usual. I had to do a pregnancy test, pee in a cup, you know, the routine. Of course, you know, there was a negative. Anyway, so then I went into the room, assumed the position, as we call it, put my legs in the stirrups, and after I had undressed, of course, from the waist down, one thing about infertility, by the way, is that once you are in treatment, you really get over any kind of modesty quick, because you're always dropping your pants and assuming the position in the stirrups. I cannot tell you how many exams or doctors I have had looking up there. Anyway, so I, you know, they got out the speculum. Anytime that they say that they're going to put a catheter in, they usually use a speculum. So unfortunately, I was hoping that I could bypass that, but I didn't, so that hurt the most. Then they had problems getting the catheter into my cervix, because apparently it's a little bit narrow, I guess. I had a LEAP procedure done, which is where they scrape out cells. Probably about, what year was it? Probably 2007. Basically they had found that I had an abnormal pap smear, and when they looked at the cells, they were precancer cells in my cervix going up to my uterus. So I had this procedure done, and, sorry, my animals are crazy. So I had the procedure done, and everything was fine, but it can affect stuff like that. So they said there's a lot of scarring in my cervix, but it's okay. So anyway, after they got the catheter in, then they put dye into my uterus, and then they took out the catheter and the speculum, and then they put in the vaginal ultrasound wand. My friend, who is going through some of these tests and stuff, calls it the rubber penis. It is a rubber wand that, well, the one they use on me now is like this big, but the one at our other doctor is like huge. So my friend calls it the rubber penis. It's kind of funny. So then they looked at my uterus, and actually I have a few polyps. So what does that mean? That means that I basically have to go in for another procedure before I can move ahead with this cycle of IVF. So they're supposed to call me, hopefully, fingers crossed, they'll call me either Friday or Saturday and set up an appointment for Monday or Tuesday. Apparently they do it on days where they have a lighter or less people that are having their egg retrievals done. Basically what will happen is I will go in and they'll put me out, and they'll just take a like scope, and basically, I don't know if they scrape or cut or what, but they'll get the polyps out, and then they also said they're going to dilate my cervix while they're in there. So basically, I guess they're going to take like a metal stick, I guess, or a rod. I guess it's kind of pliable, and they're going to put it into my cervix, and hopefully, they said there's like all different shapes and sizes. So the idea is, like, if you put it in and my cervix is like this, then hopefully if you stick it in there, it'll, you know, relax a little bit. So, sounds like fun, right? Luckily they're gonna do that when I'm asleep. And, so yeah, but, if they don't get it, if they don't call me this weekend, it doesn't mean that I have to cancel my cycle, which I'm really happy about. It just means that I'll be on birth control for a longer amount of time, and it'll push back my cycle a little bit. So, yeah, so fingers crossed for me, please. Let's see what else. I also had an injection class today. My head is still spinning from that. There was so much information. It was ridiculous. I will be having 2 shots a day every night for about 10 days. Halfway through that, they'll start giving me I'll have a shot in the morning as well as my 2 shots at night. So that's 3 shots a day. That one, the first 2 will be stimulating my ovaries or my eggs to grow. The second shot, or the one later in my cycle, will be suppressing my eggs from releasing. And then eventually I'll have 2 shots. They're called trigger shots, which will basically make my ovaries release my eggs so that they can retrieve them. So I got to practice. I actually, when I was uncapping one of the shots, or one of the needles, I poked myself in the finger. And the nurse said it happens often. I think she's just trying to make me feel better. But anyway, they send you everything you need, which is pretty awesome. The pharmacy will send me all these needles and stuff. I'll show you guys all my medication when I get it. But yeah, so I got to practice. They had this little, like, round thing. It's probably about this big. And it looked like a piece of flesh. And I got to, like, you know, hold it up to my stomach and then pretend that I was injecting it. It didn't seem bad when it was on that, but I'm pretty sure when I put it in my stomach, I'm gonna be a little squeamish. I think I can do it though, and I'm gonna do my best. The needles are only like this long to put into your stomach. Now, the one in your butt, which I did get to see, is probably about this long, no joke, and it's really thick, a lot thicker than the stomach needles. So anyway, I am a little nervous, but I'm happy that I did that, and right now, I'm just really anxious to get this procedure done and scheduled. So that's pretty much it for now. I will update you either when I hear about when my procedure is going to be. I'll probably post something, or I might post something just after I get the procedure done. Other than that, I'm kind of in a waiting period. I just keep taking my birth control pills. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say today, I think. I will post more as well about the different cycles that we tried before IVF. Eventually, I want to talk a little bit about those. So anyway, I think that's everything. All right, hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.